Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Gary's Cycling Adventures. My name is Gary, and I am in Meyersdale, Pennsylvania. I came in here yesterday afternoon, and it's a bit cool this morning, but I just had a nice hot breakfast. It's a diner that's here that actually has a motel attached to it, and so that's where I stayed at last night. It was all right, you know, for $76. It's not like a Marriott, but it was clean, a little noisy from the people either next door or upstairs. So today's agenda is we will head out to Cumberland, and we're going to stay the night in Cumberland. Now, a word of caution: if you're ever down here in Meyersdale staying, and there's a couple of bed and breakfasts, so it's a very steep hill coming into the downtown section. There is one bed and breakfast that's up towards the top next to the trail, and if I would have known that, I would have stayed there. But the incline is so much that I'm going to have to push the bike up to get back up on the trail. So once I get started, I'll check in. There's actually a visitor station up there that I'm going to stop at. Anyway, more to come. All right, folks, we're getting ready to head up this steep hill. The bike still loaded down. Like I said, I'm going to push the bike up when it starts getting to the point that I can't pedal. So we'll see. So folks, I ended up pushing the bike up the hill. Definitely got my workout. So it was hard pushing the bike with all the bags on it, but we did it. The next time if I ever come through here again, I'm going to stay at this bed and breakfast right there. It's called the Inn on Main. That way you don't have to ride your bike straight down the hill and then come straight back up. So anyway, we're at the Meyersdale Trailhead Visitor Center, and I think we're going to get started on the path here just shortly. All right, folks, here we go. All right, so we're about 3 to 4 miles outside of Meyersdale, heading towards Cumberland, and we're on this long bridge. But look at the windmills up on the top of this one section of mountains. I noticed yesterday when I came in that the mountain range around Meyersdale had a lot of windmills. It'd be interesting to see how much power that those generate. Yeah, a very long bridge. Actually, it goes back, and there we go. So right now, it looks like we are in Amish country. I seen a family back over there selling produces and in the Amish attire. Also, one of the cyclists that just came through said about 4 to 5 miles up the trail here, I'm going to run into a log that is blocking the path. So I don't know if it's like a full tree or what, but it's going to be interesting. All right. Pretty much all along the trail, you'll find these benches of people that have donated to the trail. Right now, we're at mile marker, I think, 28. And there's only been just a few people out here besides myself riding. Here we are at the Eastern Continental Divide. We're not too much further than so we just passed through the Continental Divide, and look at all these windmills. I can't zoom in because I'm riding a bike. But the windmills are just all over the place here. Supposedly this might be the place where a tree was down. I'm not quite sure. One of the cyclists was telling me about it earlier. So we'll stop and see what's going on. Again, Big Savage Tunnel. Looks like it was built in 1911, maybe, I think is what it's saying. This is the Erie, man. Oh, jeez. All right, headlights on, sunglasses off. Let's roll. I hope there's not a bear in here. Ooh-doo. Oh my gosh. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Ooh, better watch what I'm doing. Life is older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. You know, this reminds me of some of the tunnels back home. My GPS is saying, we don't know where you're at. And yeah, I know I can't sing, but what the hey. I'm lucky if I can ride the bike and video at the same time holding my iPhone. Can you imagine a train going through this tunnel? A steam locomotive at that. Oh. Now, when we came across the Eastern Continental Divide, we were at the highest point, 2,392 feet. So now it should be downhill the rest of the time. I gotta hang on to the handlebar. It should be downhill the rest of the time to Cumberland. And Cumberland isn't, I think it's about 20 miles still. This tunnel, it goes on forever. I see another cyclist rolling up. I'm going to have to shut off the video. So far, we've been pretty lucky. Oh, that hurt. I had a real nice conversation with two ladies that were just out for a casual short ride. They thought it was amazing me doing this by myself. Hey, hey. Good morning. Now, some of the videos that I've seen about this tunnel was that it supposedly to have motion sensor lights. I'm not seeing that. All right, I'm going to pull off up here and turn off the video and see where we're at. Oh wow, yeah, check this out. This was right coming out of the tunnel, the Big Savage Tunnel. Look how amazing this is. This definitely looks like West Virginia country, but we're looking at Maryland, I think is Maryland and Virginia. All right, folks, we're getting ready to go into the Borden Tunnel, built back in 1911. Actually nice and paved. Oh, this is the tunnel that has the motion lights. There you go. I got my tunnels mixed up. I thought it was the Big Savage Tunnel that had the motion lights. It's this one. This is nice. They should do that to the other tunnel. The leaves are starting to change colors along the path. We've been doing a really good time. I think we're about 13 miles from Cumberland. We are about 10 miles, I think, from Cumberland. Look at all the windmills. Gosh, I just can't get over that. But look how beautiful it is from up here at this one overlook. Okay, this is the Brush Tunnel, built in 1911. We are about 7 miles outside of Cumberland.
Passing.
All right, folks, have you seen the live Facebook videos? We completed the gap, 184 miles. Started out in Pittsburgh and on Sunday the 7th and finished up the gap today. So now I'm checked into the Fairfield Inn here in Cumberland. It actually sits right next to the C&O towpath. So they have like a little opening where you can like bring your bike right up. And they have a bike maintenance station that has tools, air pump, and a water hose. So after coming down from Pittsburgh, the bike was absolutely filthy. So before I checked in, I took it over to the water hose area and sprayed it down real good. There's my baby. So anyway, we are going to take it easy tonight. Tomorrow's ride is Pawpaw, West Virginia. And I'll be staying at a bed and breakfast there for cyclists, and I'm excited to go to this location. I've always heard of Pawpaw, West Virginia, and I've always heard of Harper's Ferry, but I've never been to either one. So I got acquainted with the owner of this bed and breakfast in Pawpaw, West Virginia, and he's also a cyclist. So anyway, we're going to call it end of day. I'm actually doing laundry, and I think tonight before I go to bed, I'll probably take the bags off the bike and put some oil on the chain. I did wax it before we took off, and the wax is supposed to like keep it clean from the dust and dirt, but we'll double check it and see. But anyway, thanks everybody for watching along the way. Keep tuned in for the next half, and let's go have a beer. All right.